Hey guys, so this is what we've done so far. As you can see, it's a little shinier here because I put a thin coat of the Liquitex gloss varnish. I wanted to see how tacky it would be, see if I could actually use it as glue for some of the bigger pieces that are, you know, smaller like this, so that there's nothing sticking out. Make sure this is back in the screen. So I have, since these are like clock gear things, I have this clock mold. It's a resin mold. So I figured I would just take and do like a portion of a clock in this corner. Instead of adding words, I'll just add the numbers. That's kind of what I came up with. So I used that clock in the hot glue gun and I made some numbers. I painted them with the Folk Art Metallic Antique Copper. And then I added some glow paint, also from Folk Art, to the top of it. That way, some of the gears on here and the numbers will glow in the dark. Nothing else has glow in the dark on it, just some of these big ones, the center parts, and then the numbers. I may touch it up and put some glow in the dark on this corner piece or something, but for now that's it. So I'm going to take just a dab, which is really hard to get out, just a dab. We're going to test it, and if it doesn't stick, it doesn't seem to really be sticking. I know it works for like paper and such, but it's not going to work for this. So before that dries, I just want to take a brush and brush it out, so I don't have just a big circle up there. Okay, so I guess we're using this E6000 glue and hope that it just doesn't come out the edges. Which, if it does a little, will make it work, because I'm going to attempt to put resin on top of this. Just going to kind of sit these out and place them, which I probably should have done it first. The 9 is the furthest on that edge. The 12 is the highest, and then it goes back around. So I want to kind of make it to where it does look like it's part of a clock. Back of the 9's still a little wet. I'll have to work on that. Okay, something close to, I feel like that's a little straight. Okay, that feels a little better. We've already got the one in place. I'm just trying to be careful putting the glue on. I don't want to put it too thick because I don't want it to seep out. But it does need to be thick enough to hold the number in place. Sorry for the phone ringing, guys. People call at the most inopportune times, don't they? Okay. I'm gonna reach over here and turn my volume down. That way if somebody calls back again. Do, 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 do. Okay. So this is interesting and it's kind of new to me. And it kind of worked out perfect with the acrylic pour that's in the background. It kind of worked out perfect with the colors I decided to use and everything. Stuck my hand in the glue. And of course that's going to cause a little bit of glue to fall, so I'm going to have to clean that up. But this is just a fun experiment. Just kind of a fun mixed media piece for me. Something to enjoy. I didn't really start with anything in mind. I actually just decided to put the numbers. After I'd started it, I was going to do a word or something. And I looked at it and I was like, it would be so cool to add numbers. Because it kind of favors a clock. I'm trying to get some of that paint off because the back of the 9 had a little wet paint on it. I'll just cover it up with the 9. But still, I kind of deal with that. The 9's wanting to bend up a little, so I'm going to let the paint dry a little bit and then I'll push it down some. I am still deciding what I'm going to do about varnishing it or whatnot, but here is it with the numbers. I'm also considering getting a metal clock hand. And putting on. Yeah, I think the little gears are adorable. It's just getting them to stick. See if I put a dab of glue there. Pick it up on a stick. See if I can get it on very carefully on this gear. We're going to try one gear and see if it works. Okay, that worked pretty good. It's got some weird little pieces in here too. But I think I'm just going to use the gears for the most part because the other pieces just kind of don't fit in with what I'm doing. So let's take another little bit of this glue. Put it on here. And throw another tiny gear down. Okay. This gear, I don't know if you can see it, it has a little, probably not. And I dropped it and I can't see it. Goodness. They are that tiny, you guys. Oh, there it is. So it has a little thing in the back of it. So I'm wondering if I can just stick it down off in one of these pieces. I need a piece that's like on the edge. It has a little metal piece on the back of it. Oh, that's cool. So that's cool. I know what to do with those now. Here's another one. I know that it's too tiny for you guys to see. But nope, that one's too close. Let's put in that one. I'll have to glue that one down because it doesn't have a pointy end on the little stick. So I'm just going to add some glue to the stick. And put it right back in there. And glue it down. And that adds some metal, which kind of adds to the mixed media side of things. So we have hot glue. We have metal. We have an acrylic pour. Got multiple kinds of paint. So it's actually pretty interesting. Okay, I'll add a touch of silver inside that one. I don't think it's staying focused the way I would like it to, but I'm trying to keep an eye on it as I go. Because I didn't really do a lot of silver in this piece. I mainly stuck with the gold and bronze and black, since those were kind of the colors of the pour. I know this is taking a minute, you guys, and it's probably not the funnest to watch. I'm trying to keep the video as short as possible, but with everything I'm trying to do, it's, you know, it takes it a minute. No glue needed for that one. That one actually poked down into the canvas. That way it moves a little and rotates, which is kind of cool. And it popped out. So I guess I am going to put a dab of glue just to be safe. And we have to put it right back there because that's where the hole is. There we go. And it is. Let me try to get this wisp of glue. Trying to find a few more silver pieces just to add some contrast to the colors. I like the way the metal's doing. I really like the metal added. Can we get that wisp? Okay, I think I need a few up in this area and maybe a few more right here. Hopefully I'm not boring you guys. It's an interesting piece, but it's also something new to me, so I'm just trying to keep a watch on what I do and maybe not do too very much. I don't want to overdo it, but I don't want to feel like I didn't put enough, you know? There's some little copperish bronze pieces down here, but they're at the bottom and they're getting hard to get to. I'm trying to get down to them. They keep moving around. Because they get stuck on all these other pieces. Sounds like somebody pulling in, so I'm going to apologize in advance because I know how people in this house are. They just walk in talking. This is two pieces stuck together. A silver piece with a gold piece on top of it. Okay guys, so I think that's pretty well it for now. Looks pretty good. I'm either going to get a hand and put over here, or I'm going to make one. And I'll let you guys see how I do that. So, hope